Save the sorrow for when we wake up. But for tonight, it seems I'm tangled up in you. Tangled up in you. I can't seem to shake you.
That's right. And we're back on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Do me a favor, beautiful Linda Raza. Go ahead and hit that like. That's all I ask, cabrones. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Go ahead and hit the bell. And when you hit the bell, you got to hit the all button. That way you're notified every single time that we go live. We appreciate the beautiful Linda Raza that's already tapping in and everyone else that's going to keep tapping in. We're going to go ahead and go through some formalities because tonight, it's actually the first live in Chicano Street Studios. So, you know what it is. Happy 2025 to all the raza that's out there. We made it, cabrones, by the grace of God. Another year. I appreciate you guys. And I did my first live already, jalando el otro día. Pero it was my baby girl daughter Kristen's birthday. I want to give you a shout out, another shout out, Mama. You just best thing that happened to Mom and Dad. Couldn't be more proud, right? Una Chicana, very proud, wears it on her chest, and then the Chicana blood too. You know what I mean? for the boyfriends or the husband down the line, trucha cabrón, trucha. But shout out to my baby girl, man. Proud of you. And it was her birthday, so she's a 1-1 baby. So, yup, we were in the hospital. It was it 3 days? On the 28th, leading up into the new year. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and get in the comment section. We haven't even got through the formalities, you guys. And then I'm going to bring Norbeez in the studio. And when Norbeez comes in the studio, really what Norbeez wants to do is Norbeez wants to pull receipts. The internet is full of receipts. If you didn't know, shout out to the people that they tag me and stuff all the time, right? I saw someone tag me in something. I'm trying to get, let me see. The name of the page is Raza Clout Media. That's a new one. Raza, I think it's Raza Clout Medium. And I don't mind anyone that ever gets something I say, but just throw it out on the internet. It's already on the internet. Throw it out there. So it was a great, actually 2-part interview that I did on House of Rest Modesto. So I want to give a shout out to the people's pastor, Pastor David Rocha. You are truly, sir, the epitome of change. And I appreciate you, the people's pastor. So it was actually a 2-part series that I did over there. And someone got a clip and they said, you know, this is when I turned my life around. I got deep on that one. I got a little bit deep on that one, right? I got deep on that one, and my encounter right with God, boom, hey, came to me in a psalm. Okay, but I'm slinging, and I got grocery bags coming up. Pa, 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 pa. I'm hitting. I'm the man. Again, members only story. I went a little bit deep over there, but I just knew. I said, well, first I got to get out of here. Okay, and that's just doing what I got to do. It's people think it's a two-way ticket. A lot of times it's a one-way ticket to the youngsters. And if I was able to get out of there, make it home, then I was gonna, do what I do. So I appreciate that. So they put that because the banda world, he put me up. I'm already jumping ahead, man. I haven't even done the intro yet. Hold on, gente. It's a great 2025, you guys. Starting it off on the positive. We'll bring Norbeez in the studio right now. And because the banda world put me up on his live the other night, it's all good. Don't trip. And you know why he does it, right? He's gonna put you up on the live to clown or do something. He's not gonna bring you up there for, hey, this is my guy. This is my. If he was talking about Alvin, he's not gonna bring a picture of Alvin up. Hey, this is my guy. This is my champ. This is the dude I rock with. No, he put me up there. He said like this, and he told the truth. He didn't tell a lie. He said, and he put my picture in his live. Again, the banda world. He said this guy got at me to get a fight together with Cholo Juan. Absolutely, I did. Absolutely, I did. The only thing where he gets it twisted, and I maybe Cholo Juan gets it twisted too, is they don't know that I'm a businessman. Because this other one, Raza Clout Media, he put a video out and he said, when he said I can't fuck with this dude or whatever, the banda world or whatever, because of he said he's from over here, he's from up north. And then the guy's video said, no, ain't no active north gonna ever be doing business with someone that got a fucking shady past. Well, that's the truth. That was a good clip, cabron. That was a good clip. I should share that one, but at least I gave you the shout out right there. I know a lot of you guys tell me, don't talk about him, Mikey. You're giving him clout and shit like that. Well, I mean, we got to talk about something, man. We're not going to go on mental health breaks here because YouTube doesn't exhaust us. Okay. Alvin was making it seem I'm getting ahead. Let me go ahead and drop the link. I think Norbeez is ready. We don't need no mental health breaks because YouTube doesn't exhaust us. It's crazy. Someone will say, all of the channels. When in reality, you're talking about 10 major to 20, the most channels. How is that all of YouTube? Well, all of the channels. No, what happened was you didn't get what you wanted out of it. I don't want to jump ahead, man. I'm waiting for Norbeez to come in. Let me do the formalities. I'm having a drink. Salute to everyone. The Budweiser. I felt like Budweiser today. I don't know why. On my baby's birthday, it was a good IPA, but I don't like dark beer. Dark beer to me, it tastes like quicksand. Like they jumped off the boat, swam to the bottom of the pinchy ocean, and just grabbed the Pacifico bottle and just grabbed a bunch of quicksand. And so I don't like dark beer. I like light beer, but this one's going down smooth. Today I'm a Budweiser kind of guy. So now let's go to the formalities. And then Norbeez, I dropped the link. I believe I did. I dropped the link. All right. That's right. My brother Si Se Puede podcast is in the house. That's right. Let me go ahead and acknowledge some of the chat, man. You guys, I appreciate it. There would be no Chicano Tube. The backup channel, you guys, I'm going to start pushing that a little bit more. I still got the designer making the logo. Just give me a little bit with the logo. But I'm going to start pushing the backup channel more because what I'm going to do every time now is stream simultaneously. I just realized that I could do it just by Googling shit. I mean, I don't know. You think I'm a tech guy? I've been shooting photo and video, me and the wifey, since 2014. We've had a Photoshop subscription since 2014. I've taken 3 master classes with cinematographers, Ray Roman, Adam Forgione, Rob Adams. These guys, 5 digits just to talk about your wedding.
Florida, California, New York based. So we know a little bit of that, but not this fucking shit right here. This is all new to me. So that's right. We need West Coast Graffiti to pull up. I don't see why not. Oh, you know what? I actually thought I was blocked on his channel. I'm not. I went over there to his channel because he was involved in the, obviously, you know, the YouTube Yarda Awards, you know. That's probably how I'm going to start it off, is talking about the YouTube Yarda Awards. I'm just going to wait for wait till Norbeez gives me the thumbs up, all right? But you know, he basically, I respect him that he became his own island and just faded out. I mean, hey, that's respectable, man. He ain't doing it for no mental health break. You know what I mean? One time he tried to get on my bumper a little bit, and he said, "Why did I delete a video?" And back then, people were getting into guerras, but trying to be cool still. You know, this is back then. And if you got the fucking clips, and you got the clips, it is what it is. Put it out there, right? I even said it. I had talked to Alvin like 2 times on the phone. It was all boxing related, and no, that's not for fucking people to try to, you know, smut them up. I'll give him at least that, you know what I mean? If he would have said, "Hey, you know what, I'll pull up to one of these things," cool, grown man shit. The gang shit, I totally understand. That I fucking grew up in. I was in a baby. I was in a crib. You know what I mean? With that shit all around me. So, anyways. But I would have respected him more like that. But he says, as far as Norbeez goes, I'm gonna play a clip. I got a receipt. Tonight when Norbeez comes out, man, we're just gonna put receipts out there. But don't forget, there was a string of things that led to the mental health break, right? Crashing out on him was one of them too.
There you go. Just don't strike me down.
It is, however, on my members only, fool. So if you were a member, anybody wants to watch the video, it's actually a 2-hour podcast, fool. Members only. And then West Coast, let me talk about West Coast. West Coast, it wasn't an ultimatum, but it was just pretty much, I told him, "Listen, West Coast, homie, you got to choose. Either you're gonna go over there with those guys, you're gonna come over here, but you can't be on the fence anymore, bro, because the kind of stuff that those guys have talked already." It's like, nah, homie, that's inexcusable, homie. You can't sit there and read some fake paperwork on somebody and talk about he's a child molester, homie, and then not even have the fucking balls to say, "You know what, that we fucked up." So, you know, West Coast got a decision to make. To me, I told West Coast, if you go over there, homie, you're still a homie. I'll still see you at events, because West Coast goes to events. All these other guys, you won't ever see them, fool.
Yeah, for sure.
West Coast goes to events, and if West Coast pit, all good. Either way, I'm all good with it. But it's just, you know, it's a decision that has to be made, homie.
Yeah, for sure. So he's still trying to figure that out.
Oh man, he's still trying to figure that out, huh? So don't forget that. I mean, there was it consumed me. I didn't like what it was turning into. Motherfucker, you were in there, you were knee deep in that shit. You were like that motherfucker in Apocalypto in the quicksand. What's his name? Jaguar Paw. Remember when he fell in that quicksand? When the whole world said, "Oh, damn, he's done. He ain't getting out of the quicksand." That's how you making it seem that you were drudging from the beginning to the end of the last 5 years on YouTube. Everyone, are you talking about 10, 20 channels? 10, 20 channels when there's literally tens of thousands of channels opening up every single day on YouTube. Of course, here's Chicano Tube, Chicano Street, West Coast, California. You already know the sazon, cabrones. But tens of thousands of channels opening up on YouTube. But 10, 20 channels makes me do a mental health break. And that was a perfect segue into Norbeez stepping in the casa.
It sure was. My apologies to everybody for the tardiness, as they say back in the day.
Well, first off, Norbeez, thank you again for coming. We're gonna get to why you're trending. Just give it a little bit.
Again, right? Again, I didn't think I would trend in 2025, but I guess these guys decided that they needed me to be more trendy.
Resuscitate, raise from the dead. No, first I want to ask you that. First of all, happy 2025, cabron. Okay,
Happy 2025 to you too, man. Appreciate that.
To you and to the family, we did it. It's 25. You know, a lot of people believe that numbers are very significant in shit. And so 25 is a number. It's actually it represents a financial number, and it represents a lot of prosperity. So either you can tap in, hustle, tap in, or complain and do the same. That's what the banner says right there at the bottom.
I definitely think it is our time to be doing that. Also, I think we are and we will.
Cabron, before we get into some gritty, some grimy, that they've been commenting, going crazy and wild. Take your time setting it up, whatever you got to do. Cross
No,
stream.
no, no. I'm good. I'm just giving a once over just to see things how they're going.
The comments are going crazy. The comments are the wild, wild west. And I said, I want to start it off on the positive. Come on, man. It's 2025. We got to start it off on some positive. Norbeez, give me the highlights. Give me a recap of your 2024 and how'd you spend the new year? Just a recap.
Let's see. For the most part, let's see. My 2024 was very interesting. I grew up a lot more as far as my I guess my work in all of this with podcasting, photographies, working with artists, and we're focusing on my photography and also trying to push the videography stuff. As you know, and I told you last year I did a music video, which I'm very proud of. That was my first one ever, and I'm hoping to do more this coming year. And as far as my New Year's, well, I kind of slept it off. I had a bit of a cold, and it thankfully is going away. But for the most part, 2024 was great for me. I did go viral twice because certain individuals had it for me, but I don't blame them. I don't blame them for having it for me because here's the thing: I'm part of shows. As many as you know, last night a lot of you guys found out that I'm still part of Tony Vision. I'm still part of Rhodium Radio. Shout out Tony A.
Yeah, shout out to Tony A. Shout out to Rhodium Radio.
And for the most part, you know, I always love that show for the facts, for the reasons that so many Chicano artists have gone through that platform, and so many of them have blown up. They've gotten so much bigger throughout 2023. I mean 2022, 23, 24. I mean, the people that Tony has had on, from nobodies to platinum artists to millionaires. It's incredible, all the people, especially the raza that came through there. You know, a lot of people like to say, "Oh, before me, nobody ever did this." That's a lie. Tony's always been doing that when he came in, and I believe in 2019. And he's been putting on so many artists that are now doing shows that have been growing, that have had grown a fan base, that have made deals. And I mean, aside from working with Tony, I mean, I work with Marvelous Inc. also, where he has he literally has a YouTube career that expands, maybe I want to say about 15 years in YouTube. If you don't believe me, Google him and you will find interviews with Marvelous from like 2015, maybe even 2012.
So you're the main producer of Marvelous Mindz.
With Marvelous Mindz, it's between me and the Hip Hop Jedi. We both work together to make that show and bring it to the audience, because me and the Jedi definitely believe that Marvelous has a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, a lot of good information for our community, as far as learning about ourselves, you know, looking more into our backgrounds, our histories, our mannerisms, our morals. I mean, it goes everywhere towards where we could only make ourselves better by listening to what he has to say.
Shout out to Marvelous Mindz.
Definitely.
And then how was your New Year, Cabron? How's your New Year? Those are the highlights right there. It's gonna get better.
I mean, my New Year's, I was just asleep, man. I was in bed. I think I woke up around midnight. I texted a few people, you know, Happy New Year's and all that, and then I went back to sleep. I did get invited to a few parties, but like I said, I had a cold, and I didn't want to be that guy that shows up anyways and makes everybody else sick. You know?
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to be that guy that just goes in front of everybody.
No, that's for sure. My bad.
I never appreciate that.
You know what?
But what about you? What about you? What was your
highlights, and New Year's Day real quick before we get into the comments are going crazy. It's the greedy. They want us to put receipts. I put that in the description. We got receipts, man, because these cabrones want to pull out receipts. We started the year off on the positive, so let me give some recap last year. Just from it being the first full calendar year of the podcast, we're almost knocking on the door of 14K. I think there was a lot of trial and error, learning and growing. When you come in front of cameras, not a lot of us are fucking used to these cameras, man. You know, being in front of cameras, and some of us are like, fuck, you know, we feel like we're in the interrogation rooms and shit, you know.
Really do, man.
PTSD,
Really
right? PTSD on that shit. And then so just from going through that and then growing substantially, I was like, you know what, man, I'm happy where we did. We're just knocking on the doors. 25. I got more, to be honest, business goals this year than podcast goals, because the economy is shifting. There's some good reports coming out that some moves are going to be made, but we're going to keep this thing pushing, man, and putting our footprint down. These cabrones, they pay attention to us, man. I don't know if you knew this, on fucking on Alvin's. I don't want to call it retirement. Anyone that said retirement live caption is pretty much just clickbaiting you.
I mean, at this point, does anybody trust anything that guy has to say? Honestly speaking, does anybody have any trust of what that guy has to say?
People were sending me timestamps, and it was like, Mikey, this is fucking word for word what you were saying. And I'm like, I know he watches me. He watches me, and I'll make a little public service announcement a little bit down the road. Okay, not right now, but a little bit down the road, and we keep it up. But it was a New Year's Eve was my brother-in-law's birthday. He's from the old school, so kicking it with him. It's kicking it feed, man. And so we had a great New Year's Eve, small circle, just us. And then New Year's Day is my baby's 20th birthday. So Kristen turned 20. And so we just went out to dinner and did that all day. So something's been in the air, you know what I mean? But not everyone not everyone had a great, holiday. Hopefully you didn't get into debt. A lot of us fucking just get credit cards maxed out. I mean,
that's what the news reports say, that the majority of America went into debt.
To prove to someone that you love them when they already know you love them. I mean, I get the tokens, but shit, you went into debt. I tried to tell the raza not to do that.
But I definitely want to point out that before the holiday debt, there was definitely a regular debt with people buying groceries and buying the essentials and getting into debt because the prices have gone so high up. The cash isn't enough. They have to use the card. So it's not only holiday debt, but I think it's inflation debt, in a sense.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the recap right there. Now we're gonna get into some receipts, man. We're gonna get into some receipts because obviously you're trending. You're trending again, and let's go ahead and get back into. First of all, congratulations. You know this, that you won the YouTube Yarda Moment of the Year award.
Thank you.
It's one of those things when you win it, you remember what you were doing.
Definitely. Oh man,
there wasn't going to be another. I didn't think, and in conjunction with Chemo's Flicks, we didn't think there was going to be another moment that was going to top that. O sea, that was, I don't know what the words are. Vivid, raw, shit. Those are two words. Like vivid, raw. I mean, and Chemo agreed with that. So shout out to Chemo's Flicks, who's also on the YouTube Yarda, as well. And what do you think about the awards? What do you think about some of the little clips that were on there? Were they funny? Did you laugh when you saw them? Or
they were definitely funny. But I want to ask you something. Am I getting an actual trophy? Because I saw you having trophies over there.
Here it is.
There it is.
Here it is. So we just got to plan the trip. We'll plan
definitely.
It's got to be on the schedule. And you know what? Real soon, I believe it's going to happen this year because schedules have been conflicting, but we're going to get Marvelous Mindz on Chicano Street.
That's going to be great.
Marvelous Mindz. It's going to be a great one. So let's get into hold on. Let's get into what the people wanted to talk about, right?
There's so much.
Well, first, hey, real quick before we're talking about awards, right?
Yes.
There's this award that I seen on Cholo Juan's Instagram. Did you see this one right here?
What? Honestly, I don't really follow
Go
him.
at a
So.
real one like that, because if you come at me like that and you're just a goofball, you're gonna get slapped or pissed on. You don't disrespect the real one. You don't go at a real one like that, because if you come at me like that and you're just a goofball, you're gonna get slapped or pissed on. You don't disrespect the real one. You don't go at a real one like that, because if you come at me like that and you're just a goofball, you're gonna get slapped.
Wow,
So
Cholo
anyway.
Juan did. Cholo Juan's the one that did that.
Cholo Juan. Okay, but he took it, and he's not gonna admit this, Cholo Juan. But I get it. We all get it, Cameron. You're not gonna admit this, but there's another page that put this one up. It's called Northern Hispanic Zone.
Northern Hispanics.
Northern.
Sounds very familiar.
There's fucking hundreds of these pages now. They're literally just changing the words around, and there's so much media now on the internet. It's crazy. It's people go, and that's why it's called your feed. That shit está dando de comer. You're fucking eating a plate of food, and how much are you feeding yourself, right? But it says there's another award that was given out. I didn't give this one out, but I just want to announce right now that Cholo Juan has given the award for the biggest YouTube ranker of 2024 to none other than the king, the general of Calexico, California, Blue Dildo, the biggest YouTube ranker of 2024 for turning down a total, how many? He said 11 fades.
Wow. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized you got the Roadcaster right there premiering.
Yes, I do, Cameron. I do. The people are booing because the people hate when that you're wasting the fucking people's time. The people, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and then they don't do a single thing, not one single thing. So I just wanted to mention that. But let's talk about why you're trending. There was a live. I almost feel like going live and just reacting to the whole thing. But it is clickbait that it's the last live. Sometimes people just feel pressed on all sides and everyone's against me. And it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like tweaking in a hotel room.
I definitely can see that.
It's like everyone's looking for me. You're looking through the blinds. Everyone's out to get me. But I actually think it's a cover up to I'm paying too much. I'm losing, because he told the people I'm losing a lot of money. And this individual happened to bring you up. Okay. And so I wanted to invite you on here so you can clear the air. And it's either clearing the air with a middle finger to him or it's a fuck you or however, or saying anything. But I'm going to play something because he mentioned you and he wanted to bring you up and trending again, thinking he was the cool kid, but forgetting that the internet is full of receipts.
Yeah.
With Norberto and Antonio.
Okay. Norberto is I would say Norberto would be gangster, but Norberto called the cops, fool. Okay?
A few moments later.
I go out like a straight cop, and it was my wife's Tahoe back in the days. I go in there, I skid out, I come out with my flashlight. I said, get down! He gets all panicked. He's like, what? I said, get your ass down. At this time, I got the flashlight. I got my knee on his back. I'm like, hey, there's some little paisita old lady that doesn't even speak English. She's out there in the corner of the house. I told her, call the cops, this and that, right?
Wow.
I mean, people are going to say this, Norbeez. They're going to say, well, old shit. Yeah, but see, I believe Alvin in the beginning was more sincere.
Yeah.
Was, okay, I'm coming on YouTube. I don't know whether it was the cool thing to do. He wanted attention. He wanted numbers. I don't know. But
yeah,
I believe when you say those kind of things, like he said, he's not thinking of the streets no more, because the streets look at what he just said and the streets would tell him you can't kick it.
I mean, crazy though. It's crazy. And there's a lot to dissect in that. I mean, you know how they say, a picture says 1,000 words. Well, this video says 1,000 words also. I mean, where do we start? Let's start with the beginning clip where he says he will call me gangster. Now, I want to set the record here. I am not affiliated. I have nothing to do with gangs, and I'm not a member of any gang. I don't aspire to be in a gang or make myself look out like I'm part of a gang. This individual does, and I think it's funny that this guy would consider the highest peak of being a man being gangster. I mean, no offense to gangsters, but I definitely, in my opinion, do not see being a gang at the highest peak of being a man. I mean, for me, being a man means, taking care of your family, taking care of business, making sure that, your family grows, your friends grow, your community grows. That's a man. And when he tries to, and that's the thing, when he tries to paint me as a gangster, that's only because he wants to apply those rules to me, which from what I hear, I'm a civilian. And those rules do not apply to me. But when he references gangster with my name, he wants to make the audience believe that I'm part of that when I'm really not a part of that. But this helps his narrative so that his people would jump with him and say, well, yeah, that guy's breaking the rules. That guy's and again, I'm not saying I did, and I'm not saying I didn't. It doesn't really matter at this point because according to what we just seen, he is the one that doesn't even think about it. He will call the cops, and he has called the cops, and he has requested to call the cops. This video shows that he has no problem calling the cops and pretending to be a cop. You know what the funny part about this is? That impersonating a cop is still a misdemeanor. So not only did this guy break street rules, according to gangs, he broke the actual police rules, the actual law.
Becoming a vigilante.
He's impersonating a cop by pretending he has a flashlight and telling the taggers to stop. That's already a misdemeanor. He already broke a law right there. And then he's calling the cops at the same time. I mean, how do you...
Maybe if we dig up and find some paperwork, we'll find out maybe he went to police academy and he got kicked out or something.
It's interesting.
Might be a complex there.
It's interesting because he has a lot of gang members that he takes pictures with, that he interviews. And then he has interviewed district attorneys and retired cops. So it's a little odd that he's dipping his feet in both worlds, where he's dipping his foot in law and then he's dipping his foot in gang life. So what I'm trying to understand, how is it that all these people, like let's say Conejo, which he says he's a harpy, and all these other gang members that say they're with it, but here they are taking pictures and talking and having their numbers on speed dial, knowing that he calls the cops, knowing that he talks to cops, knowing that he's friends with cops. And I think it's interesting that all these people that like the Swifty Blues, the Compa Raider, they join him in his events. And these guys are supposed to be, in that business. But yet they're there taking pictures with them, laughing with them, tickling each other. You could check out Cult Media for that one. But I'm a little lost here, Mikey. I thought these two worlds don't like each other, but this guy seems to be the anchor for both worlds to come together. Am I wrong to assume that?
Yeah, you pointed something out, Cabron. That's pretty evident, pretty clear. It's like only when it was time to, be in with the cool kids did he let go of all that. But like the receipts we just played on the internet, oh fuck that. Now you can't deny it because the receipts are out there. And then shout out to Chemo's Flicks. He did another video right after that. And shout out to him, Cabron. This is what we're talking about. If the chat's asking,
he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, is it?
So only that's what happened. It seemed like there was a change. I had stated it was either multiple personality disorder or something where you know YouTube's gonna document your journey,
Pretty much.
and then shapeshifters, chameleons, and all that shit is just it's gonna they're gonna put the clips out on you, and that's what's gonna happen. But you know, I think that is not a retirement. That's a wolf ticket. I think it's basically a mental health break. A lot of people have taken breaks, you know, on YouTube, but I'm still trying to put my head around that. I understand. Okay, this shit could be a job. Okay, I understand that. To me, it's just turning on lights and turning on power buttons. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I can get tired of that.
Yeah.
But I don't understand where the pressure would come in too, because the comment section is just wide open anyway. So no one's blocked. I don't block no one. No one's blocked. And whatever they want to say, I got thick skin. But you done seen him changing year after year, where it seemed like he was doing what he said he didn't want to do, reacting to it, where you're fucking knee deep in it, man.
Yep. I mean, and you know what? Let me read a question from the homie Hangout. He said, when I went to Gil's studio, did you consider that things may get violent even though you didn't want to? I definitely did consider that he might be that stupid to actually get violent. And it did go that way, which is one of the reasons why I went live. And I went live just in case this guy was stupid enough to actually, you know, get violent. And he had proven me right on that part. But for the most part, my intentions were never to fight him. My intention was to, and it's going to sound dumb or weird, but my intention was really to save this guy's life. Because this guy has been attacking so many people, stalking people. I mean, the thing with Marvelous at the Lowrider show just goes to show you that this guy, he doesn't care if you're there with your family. He's going to use any opportunity to his advantage, even if it means getting your family hurt, even if it means your child seeing you get hurt.
So you're trying to warn him about actions that he was taking, like on this, like on.
I'm looking, and say, bam, I see him with the guy.
He's looking for me and my daughter, my baby girl. He's looking for us, right? And keep this in mind, you youngsters, right? Some of you youngsters that disrespect people with their familia. I'm from the old school, homie. We don't do that. So Gil starts to look at me from the other side, the other aisle, right? I'm like, man, this is enough, you know? Go up to him and tell him, what's up? What's up? He goes, well, what's up? What do you mean, what's up? Let's go outside. We're right there by the front door. Right there by the front door where you walk in. Where the first car is at. Right in the middle. The fucking double doors right there. We're right there. Access right there to walk outside. Go outside right there. There's nobody outside. The Hudas are all walking around inside. Whatever. At this point, he's backpedaling. His homie starts talking for him. I tell his homeboy, why are you talking like he's his own man?
Damn, man. Hey, and that's an old photo of Alvin, because the mole was almost hitting the lens. I mean, damn, before he carved it out, the mole was almost hitting the lens right there. Then Marvelous clowned it, and then he carved the mole out like 2 days later.
Scooped it out.
That's what you were talking about.
Yes, that was definitely in the situation I was talking about. Mind you, Marvelous only thought that Gil only had one friend with him. When in fact, if you guys did hear Gil explain the situation, another guy called him while he was with his friend to let him know where Marvelous was at. So when Gil and Marvelous only saw one friend, so it was just Gil and the other friend. Where was the third friend at? And that's why I'm glad Marvelous did not go to the restroom, because at that point, for all we know, that friend was in the bathroom hiding, waiting for Marvelous to get inside, waiting to pretty much jump him. But Marvelous is too smart. He's way too smart. He told him, let's go outside. And mind you, I went to that show the day after. All the police were inside. No cops were outside. Almost none. The majority of them were inside to keep an eye on us. But pretty much, aside from the Marvelous situation, that day he was going to go live with somebody and bring up the edited video of me talking about the no jumper staff. They were going to, and one reason I didn't want to stop it because it was going to make me look bad, but there was already enough tension between us and the blacks. And these guys didn't care if we got into it. These guys did not care. They cared more about numbers, willing to sell out our community to get into a race war with the black community. Even WAC 100 said, this guy tried to get the Mexicans against me. I never said anything about Mexicans. The homie that is a Mexican said something about the other Mexican. But this guy, Gil, tried to push it on me and try to tell everybody, all the Mexicans, that I'm the one saying it. These people, these two individuals, and I'm not going to say the other guy because I'm not, according to, our deal, we're not talking about that guy.
Okay.
But these guys were willing to start a race war between the blacks and the browns, not caring that people were going to get hurt, not caring that some of these people in the audience, they take it serious. And the last thing we need is for one of us to take flight on a brother or a brother take flight on one of us and then really start a race war. Because this is how I know these guys never been in a race war. They never seen two groups go at it, do every violent thing to each other, and lives are lost in these situations. People get arrested, but they wanted numbers. They're willing to sacrifice our community for their benefit. And that's something that I had to make sure to stop, because prior to me going to Gil's studio, I had already done a podcast with a brother, with somebody from the black community. Shout out OG Bam from Compton. I had a conversation with him on his podcast because I am not afraid to talk to anybody because I know who I am and I am not the person that these guys try to paint me as. Even though they edited my video and pushed it to a bunch of people that try to make me look like that, but I would never back down from a conversation.
And they admitted they did it.
And they admitted to it. I don't know how that happened, but you know what? Peas in the same pot, because as you saw, this guy released the video of him and me, meaning that he has more of this footage. He has it on hand. He only showed the part that he wanted to show. I mean, at this point,
now that I think about it, now if I want to think deeper about it, like really kind of analyze it, Norbeez, now that I think about it, yeah, he's not stupid enough to do it out on the video. I don't think he's stupid enough to do it with no motive. He did it before it got leaked that he did it.
Interesting.
He did it before it got leaked that he did it, because he knew that if it got leaked that he did it, then he'll look like a punk. But instead, he tried to say, yeah, I did that. You try to own some punk shit to not make it punk shit.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and he proved me right, because I'm pretty sure I said before that I was yelling at this guy, hey, don't run. Why are you running? You're not going to let me have a turn. You're just going to run back inside.
Damn. What do you feel about there was obviously, there was clips put out there and shit like that. And then you actually had people posting like 5-10 pages posting it. Did that get under your skin when you saw yourself trending again entering the new year?
No, because you know what? The majority of people that watch these pages, they know these guys are just bullshitters, chismosas. They really have no respect for any of them. I'll tell you one thing right now. If any of these guys, got deleted, nobody would care. They might talk about it for a few days, but by a week, nobody's going to care what happened to these guys. That's how little people care about these pages. So it doesn't concern me too much, because not only that, but a few of them have a lot of bot followers. So I already know a lot of them aren't even real. So I'm not too concerned about it. It doesn't hurt me,
No, I don't. I see the, what is it called? To keep it a buck, I see the captions. I see they put you on there, cabron. They put you on the fucking thumbnail or some shit, right?
Yeah.
But I don't. What is it called? I don't hit the volume.
Yeah.
That means I don't know, but I can read because they try to cram in all kinds of fucking text on the thumbnails. Much I could see how they're trying to. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna be as fair and unbiased right now and ask you. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Do they got receipts on what they're talking about, or is it all another Banda World fucking setup shit on you because they were down with Alvin? And just like you said, when fucking Alvin was beefing with Tony, he was making a lot of motherfuckers pick sides.
Oh yeah, yeah. West Coast Graffiti would be one of them right there.
Damn.
Yeah, and shout out to West Coast. You know, I've talked to him, and I told him, you know,
just shot him with a shotgun 3 times, and then we're gonna shout him out.
You know, I got love for West Coast, and I always did. I was one of those guys that was looking at his page, you know, a couple of years back, and I'm the one that always, aside from Tony, telling him, hey, he should come over to Rhodium and let's do a few shows together, because I felt that we would have good chemistry as far as, you know, doing the show. And we did. I mean, I think one of his speeches went viral where he was talking about how former prisoners get more respect than the hardworking man.
Saw that on the YouTube Yarda Awards. Ask West Coast, who was always in his lives, you know, and this was maybe a year, 2 years ago. Hey, West Coast, grab the pistol and all that. No hate, no nothing. Down with Alvin, it don't matter. I'm not, you know, if I got a problem with somebody, I'm not trying to put that on you, but you're talking about a viral clip like this.
I did 20 fucking years at night by myself, man, taking care of my fucking family. Do you think I give a fuck what the fuck you did? Hey, you did it for your barrio. You did it for your hood, homie. I respect that. That's you. That's your life, man. But do you respect me taking care of my family, take care of my mom, my dad, and everybody? No, you don't. Why? Because that's not respectable. It's not respectable for a man to go to work every fucking day. But you want me to respect you because you did 10 fucking years? Look, homie. Look, I did my time at night by myself. You know how many birthdays I missed? You know how many parties I missed because I took care of my fucking family? Do you fucking give me respect? No, you don't. Yeah. So how the fuck am I supposed to give you the same respect, homie?
That's all I'm going to say. You know how many years I did, and you know how many.
And he had a tall can, a Mexican flag tall can. So the tall can, you know what it does is the alcohol is the truth serum. It's going to bring out the truth and how I feel. Fuck holding anything back. The alcohol is the truth serum. And West Coast Graffiti, he got tired. He got tired of people in the comment section. Oh, Holmes, I was over here. That's exactly how I am.
Yeah.
Because I see how it messes up the youngsters, because now everyone's glued to their phone and the youngsters see these dudes with tank tops and tattoos and telling war stories. And then I got to go see them in the juvenile hall and in the camps and keep reminding them that's all bullshit. They're just riding the fence. They're just confused trying to get a YouTube bag. Fuck what they're talking about. You need to get a hustler's mentality and get ahead. But I respect what West Coast said. You were live in that studio when that YouTube Yarda viral moment happened. How'd it go down?
I mean, it was great. I mean, he was giving a shout out. I think he just wanted to give that last message out there. And I think if you see a few seconds before, he was kind of hesitant. I think he wasn't too sure about saying it, and he just went for it, which I'm glad he did, because you know everything he said is very true. And
you know what? I think at this time, you know, we're over 200 in the live. I told you in the beginning of the live, I'm going to make a public service announcement. And now I'm going to make a public service announcement on YouTube. I wish Alvin that you could hear this announcement on what I'm going to say right now. But in acknowledgement, I know we should drop a drum. In acknowledgement to all of the comments since his Wolf Ticket retirement live, in acknowledgement of all those, I have to say that absolutely, yes, I absolutely did retire Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That's all you.
Gone. Rolled it up. Walked to the tower. Waved his hand. Anyone that knows. Alvin hit the button. He hit the button. I was just waiting to do that, Norbeez, but
Now, I don't want to take any credit from you, Mike, on that part, but I definitely do want to acknowledge the part where sorry. I want to acknowledge the part where I think all of us did our part, but I definitely want to say the ones that did the biggest part of it all, the ones that I would definitely say took and have taken many of these individuals down are the commentators, are the live chat, are the trolls. There's an army of trolls out here. Some of them are in this chat right now that use their power as a troll mob, as a commentator. These people are the ones that made all these individuals go down, from the WAC 100 situations with and then to American Cholo turning off his comments on that video, his last video about me and Tony and Marvelous. He turned off the comments. Why? Because he knows everyone out there is ready to say, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Damn.
The people are the ones that really, and they make me happy. They make me happy because you said it. I don't know which show you said it, but you said we are unified. We are definitely unified. If the cause is right, the movement is correct, we are all going to mobilize and make a difference. And you, Raza, the people, made all that happen. You are the ones that I personally give credit to taking down individuals that are making our community worse. Are only promoting things that we don't want our children to look at, or our nephews, our nieces, our little brothers, our little sisters, and look up to these individuals. Because at the end of the day, you guys saw that these people are just poisoning our community. There's so much stuff that works against us. The last thing we need are people that are just going to keep bringing us down. I think I said this a long time ago, that these people are just like, they're like not secret agents, moles. They're like moles. I don't know if you know that they infiltrate our community just to break it down, just to save one thing here, one thing there, where it'll cause problems, it'll cause rifts, it'll cause beefs, and it'll cause drama. When all of us should be growing. I mean, you have people saying that we shouldn't be, Southern people shouldn't be working with Northern people. That's ridiculous. How you rather stay poor? You rather make pennies when our people can make millions? And you're here promoting things like that, and you're getting butthurt because a guy from the North doesn't want to come to the South to get interviewed by you. There's probably a good reason why they don't want you to interview them. So I'm very happy to know that the people, and this wasn't even us asking for it. This was the mob, the troll, the mob, the community that came together and said, fuck these guys. Let me comment on their shit. Let me put shit in their comments. Let me take them down. Let me do my part. And all of them did their part. This is why a lot of these individuals turn off their comments, because they know that all of you are going to do what you do and probably make them cry.
I'm telling you, a lot of the comments I was reading through some of the comments, I got un chingo de clips. A lot of the people were just saying they feel it's like an abandoning of the people a second time. The first time was in politics. People don't want to hear about that. They just go to my Instagram and the paperwork is there. Shout out to the link, homie. And it's just, and not trying to give your constituents any kind of reason. instead of just fuck that or whatever, you know, and brushing it off. Now people feel like, what do you mean because of the stress? Because he kept saying, I'm not getting paid. I'm losing money. I'm losing money. So you're telling your subscribers and you're telling your followers, I'd rather be getting paid than entertain you. That's how I know you fucked up and you were going to lose all your subscribers anyways, because you're not about the people. The people don't give a shit about what you got going on. The people want you to come on the community and do what you do. If you got it popping, then it's going to be popping. Yep. But if you want to play these little games, well, you guys, I'm losing money when I talk to you guys. Did you hear that time and time again? To me, it was like, how the fuck could you even be subbed over there?
I don't even. Then that's why I think a lot of people are leaving slowly but surely. They're leaving. They're realizing that this guy is demanding things from us. We're not here to demand from you. You guys are the ones that should be demanding from us. We are here because of you.
That's right. Shout out to the Chicano Express. Norbeez, they wanted us to play receipts. You started going, you started trending again. Alvin has had a full mental breakdown. There's been a lot of clues. I think one of the biggest clues was when Lucky took his card, whatever card you want to say he had, when Lucky checked him and took his fucking whatever card it was, that was already 1 foot out of YouTube.
I had guys, I was 20, 21. I had guys who were 5, 6 years older than me that out of the prison were looking up to me, homie. That's how I got to the hood. But,
a few moments later.
You know what, dog? All these other fucking podcasters on some dumbass, lame ass shit since day one, dog. Honestly, dog, hey, fucking American Cholo, dog, you ain't been active since your fucking, you ain't been active since your juvenile fucking hall shit, dog.
What Lucky said about me, I don't take it in a bad way.
Deflect. Like, you weren't trying to be with the cool kids. Like, if Lucky didn't act as if Lucky, if he wouldn't have called you back then, you wouldn't have came running to his podcast. But Lucky, don't act like that. But Lucky has certain reservations. That's why Lucky won't do an interview with Cholo Juan. Because,
really?
Yeah. I don't know if you knew this. No, he put it out there. He says Cholo Juan has been in Lucky's DMs. And the reason that Cholo Juan can't get an interview out there on Hood Stocks is because he fucks with Swifty Blue. And so you see how this playing clicks shit doesn't work?
Yeah.
You're in a click, I'm in a click, your click, my click. Again, like you said, we haven't had a reason yet to get, a complete unification if we had to get together. There's been little spits and spats. You've had Alvin, who's gone on and had Spider Loke, and I don't know if you knew. Did you know that Alvin won YouTube Yarda Pendejo of the Year?
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, he won Pendejo of the Year. Alvin, this one's free. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, Alvin, but I'm gonna mail this over to you. I'm gonna mail this. Someone give me a PO box in North Hollywood.
Well, you better do it soon because he's moving the location.
Don't even give me a P.O. box. I'll just go down the alleys that are all tagged up, and he'll be over there wrestling taggers.
I wonder if we go to his neighborhood, because he's the kind of guy that says, I'm still good in my neighborhood. If we go down to his neighborhood and show all those taggers the videos of him, asking to call the cops on them, I wonder if they would feel, a little bit indifferent about him and being in his neighborhood. I wonder if they once they see him, they're wondering, is this guy looking at my tattoos? Is he looking where I'm from? Is he looking what I'm writing? How much information is he getting about me? Because with that receipt that you just showed, clearly shows that he's paying attention to taggers, probably to other people out there in the streets doing their thing.
I mean, you know what really bugged him is everybody knew, the whole fucking YouTube, whatever you want to call it, the Chicano genre, the Latino, whatever you want to call it in California, everybody knew that Alvin used the N-word.
Oh yeah.
He was using the N word, the N word, the N word, the N word, and it's kind of like, how could you claim to be from that generation? And the N word, the N word, the N word is coming out. So the people were saying, don't forget, and not and don't forget that he said the N word, but people don't want to hear this. They try to fucking put you under the bus about that situation. Even the Banda World that admitted it, and you got thrown under the bus. But he's actually said the hard, hard.
The BBG is what he's got. He's the big black guy. He's got the big black guy syndrome, homeboy. So all I know is I got my platform, carnal. Use a fool, use a chump, and use a ghetto coon. This was for you, Tariq, the ghetto coon Nasheed. When you guys were slaves, you guys would run to Latin countries, brother. But really, you're just a ghetto coon, brother. You're just a ghetto coon. A lot of the ghetto coons do that. They talk a good one. I mean, fuck them niggers. I mean, fuck them niggers. I mean, fuck them niggers.
Wow.
How could you ever come back from that?
Wow. Hey, just looking at that video, shout out to Streets Ain't Loyal Sonny. I think he was in not a part of that, but that might have been directed towards him too.
You took a photo, a street photo, and one of the photos I saw, it said you were on Soto Street.
Yeah.
Okay, one time I was on Soto Street and it was North Soto, and it was, I remember looking up because I wrote it on my pinchy phone because I wanted to come back because the tacos were fire, and it was 700 block, but it was North Soto, and I mentioned that over to Sonny, and Sonny's like, "That's my pinchy neighborhood right there."
Oh, there you go. I know he is. I have been to his studio, and shout out to him. I'm looking forward to him and growing more and more, and on his channel. I did help him out with a few things to get his channel going, because that's one thing I do want to do is help out people that actually want to push something positive. I don't know if many of you guys know, but Sonny, he's in college. He's pursuing a career in acting. He's taking care of his family. He's doing what a man should do, and he's doing it. So shout out to Sonny. Also, and shout out to Chris. I don't know if you know who Chris is.
The engineer?
Chris. Yes, the engineer.
Yeah.
I wonder if he even knew that he did that, because I'm pretty sure he wasn't there at that time when he did that. Oh, who knows?
Well,
maybe he was there. I don't know. I would feel a bit awkward to see something like that in front of my face. But hey, shout out to the guy if he could block it out of his head.
No, he actually he tried to no. Hey, let's get. I remember this. He tried to use Chris like a fucking gimmick one time. I seen.
What do you mean?
You seen that?
No.
There's a clip, and it's on the internet. Again, the internet has all the receipts. We just played about 5 or 6 receipts. Go back and watch the replay, and then we're gonna switch it a little bit. I wanted to talk to you about a video that I saw about Lefty Gunplay's paperwork.
Oh yeah. Who did that? The homie hangout, right?
I want to see if I can get to that, cabron, and then I wanted to see about getting maybe Lefty's reaction to the fucking the anti-raza community, but I don't know if we're gonna get to that. But
I mean, that'd be great. I did watch some clips, not clips, but I did kind of browse through it earlier today because I think he took it out in the afternoon. But it was very interesting stuff. And shout out to it is a homie hangout, right?
It's the homie hangout. He's got my favorite reaction channel. It's called Rascal Reacts. Go ahead and tap in over there. Yeah. And you know what? With the whole thing with Alvin, you know what? Take a break, cabron. I'm not even gonna dog you when I say this to you. Is that you're letting this shit consume you too much?
Yeah.
The whole time you were playing the part, acting like your shit didn't stink. You're bigger than thou. Well, I'm on the field. Why am I going to listen to what the bleachers got to say? The fucking bleachers just retired you. You cared so much. You didn't care about your subs. You didn't care about putting out that, because you don't have to. What's going on around me? There could be landmines going on around me. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to put out my content. I'm going to put out my content because my viewers are tapping in. And they're watching the content, so I'm going to put out my content. What's going on around? I'm just going to use that to either talk about or whatever, or choose to engage or not engage. But when this internet shit drives people off the internet, you probably shouldn't be on the internet.
No, you probably shouldn't, especially if you're just spewing things that are just going to create problems. Honestly, I wasn't even going to talk about him at all for 2025, but he suddenly decided he wanted to make me trend again. And then he got his other buddies to lackeys to also push that same narrative and make me trend again. I think they got upset last time that I was trending so much, and then they got upset at each other for taking each other's credit. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
He was beefing with everyone, beefing with Tony. That didn't work out because Tony's as real as it fucking gets, and he can give a shit about cloud and followers and subscribers and numbers. So you're beefing with Tony A, the wizard, but Tony A got way more fucking cred than you. Then Lucky starts beefing with you. Then the Banda world, your best friend that you had your hand up as you know what and controlling him like a puppet, when Lucky even said he inherited all your beefs. You're beefing with everyone, and then now it's time to take a break? Well, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
I wanted to point this part out about American Cholo that I thought was kind of was a little funny that he's been pushing that whole thing that I called the police, that I'm the one that turned it in so he could get jail time. I remember clearly that this guy released the ring footage from his home about Whack 100. Now, I'm 100% sure he didn't do it for the views. I'm 100% sure he did that so that the cops can see if they check that this guy visited his home, maybe as a threat. Even Whack 100 said he did the cop thing and posted the video about me coming to his house. I think Wack's a little happy that he didn't post the other two footage of him going to his house. It's funny how he only releases bits of the actual footage to benefit him, where he only released one footage of Whack coming to his house. So and he released it to the public so everybody can see. So the police can see it in case anything did happen. So that might not be ratting, but in the sense that I think people call that dry snitching. So this guy accusing me of me calling the cops. Bro, you call the cops way more than me. You might not be on the phone. Well, you do have a video of you asking to call the cops, but all these videos of you putting up is the exact same thing as calling the cops.
And this was the video that we were reacting.
With Norberto and Antonio.
Okay, Norberto is I would say Norberto would be gangster, but Norberto called the cops, fool. Okay.
A few moments later.
I go out like a straight cop, and it was my wife's Tahoe back in the days. I go in I skid out, I come out with my flashlight. I said, get down! He gets all panicked. He's like, what? I said, get your ass down. At this time, I got the flashlight. I got my knee on his back. I'm like, hey, there's some little paisita lady that doesn't even speak English. She's out there in the corner of the house. I told her, call the cops, this and that, right?
Call the cops. Call the cops.
Until you realize, oh shit, the cool kids don't want me to say that. So if I want to be inside with the cool kids and be in the music videos and all that, but wait a second, I want to do that on the weekends, but then Monday through Friday, I want to talk to the kids. I want to give people advice. I want to talk about Ukraine, talk about the intricacies about the government, give people advice and multiple personalities. Let's go ahead and
it's a trip though, because when you think about it, when you really think about it, and I was gonna go somewhere with this, him doing that, it's crazy that is who he is. He will call the cops, and then he's here trying to tell the people Norbeez is the one that called the cops. I will call him gangster, but he called the cops. Like, bro, what do? You not only call the cops, you interview them.
Yeah, no, he's all over the place. Scatterbrain might be the word, but you know what? It's Alvin and the Chipmunks public service announcement. Ain't no one else was on his helmet. And again, the when I said Norbeez, I said, when I'm going to get off his helmet is when I stop talking to the youngsters, because he's a perfect example. Hey, this is a fake OG.
Yes.
This is not an OG This is what I call a no G.
I think he stayed a little G.
He should have either kept it a buck and real and try to help people, or he should have fucking just kept the gangster and say, I ain't fucking with nothing to do with the positive. But since he wanted to play both sides, he got a mental health break. Norbeez, go ahead and give us the last comments of what you want to tell the people. You were trending going into 2025, and here you are. And so whatever you want to say to clarify, to clear the air, we got Run the Fade podcast in the chat, and we also got Chicano's Tube in the chat. You guys, I appreciate you guys. Go ahead and just subscribe right there as we cross stream. The last comments, which you want to wrap this up.
I want to point this part out that I mean, it keeps slipping my mind, but I do want to point out this part where I can't wait to see the footage of everybody that's going to try to twist this around. Oh, he was just playing. He didn't really do it. No, he didn't do that. Oh, that was in the past. No, it's okay. He gets a pass because he didn't really. Did you see him do it? Did you see him call? He didn't call. He had somebody else to call. I'm wondering how they're going to twist this into a way where he didn't do exactly what he said I'm doing. They're going to make every single excuse to make us think that it was okay for him to do this. So I actually can't wait to see how they're going to edit this or edit that or make a reaction to say, well, you know, I'm sure he had a good reason to do it, or I'm sure he was just playing. Oh, you know what? Even better. It was a skit. It was a skit. That never happened. It was a skit. It was all made up. I wonder which one of these things, and that's why I wanted to point those out, because I know these individuals a lot more than they know themselves. And I know they already got that clip, and they're already getting their reaction ready to say whatever excuse to excuse him for demanding to call the cops.
All right. You know what? They were commenting right now. I guess I didn't announce if anyone wants to call in, but let's give a couple minutes. If you're okay, you're not pressed for time. Are you good?
Oh, I'm not pressed for time. Let's go, bro.
Okay, good. So let's go ahead and open up a couple phone calls. Maybe of anything we said, any receipt that we posted, we could show the receipt again, talk about it. 831-205-1735. It's an 831. 831's the area code. 831-205-1735. Oh, we'll leave it open. How about let's leave it open to 8:30 if anyone wants to call in, and maybe you got some thoughts on whatever. Some thoughts on the retirement, some thoughts. Maybe you got a question for Norbeez.
Yeah.
Maybe you got a question for me. We can go ahead and take phone calls. 831-205-1735. The number scrolling across the banner right now. Maybe I should make it scroll even better. I think I put a long ass banner and they're waiting like a whole year to just get the phone number.
We got the jams going. We got the jams going. All right, let's I'm gonna read some of these chats.
Caller, you're live on Chicano Street. What you got to say?
Is there volume up?
Caller, you're live on Chicano Street. What you got to say? Yeah,
from
free.
to accept.
Caller, you're live on Chicano Street. What you got to say?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hear me?
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Okay. Hey, I was you guys are talking about all these issues, and you know, 100. He's kind of a guy that's controversial. If you guys ever had the opportunity, would you guys interview him, or is it too much trouble for you guys?
Dang, you're breaking up a lot. I could barely make out what you just said.
Say it one more time, my man.
Crap.
I think he's still there.
Would you guys interview Whack 100 if you had the chance?
What Norbeez? If Whack 100 called you, Norbeez, and he wanted to come on One of the Fade, would you let him?
I definitely would, in the sense, because I see the way he moves. I see how people attack him. But at the end of the day, and I said this before, Whack is just trying to protect. When it comes to music, he's just trying to protect his culture, because He feels very strongly about it. And I could tell when I hear him and when I watch him talk to his peoples, he definitely acts a lot different than the way he would talk to Raza. And I wouldn't mind trying to bridge that gap because I know we could do more positive than negative. But yeah, I would definitely enjoy having a conversation with him.
Let me ask the caller this. Caller, would you have reservations about that because of anything he said, or I'm kind of getting that vibe?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't let him walk all over like another person did, but yeah, I would definitely interview him. I mean, he's controversial. It's like interviewing Trump in a sense. I think I've told you, Norbeez, that I see him as a Donald Trump of a lot of controversial things. You know, obviously he's got to move and all that. So yeah.
That's right. I appreciate the call. Hey, stay tuned. Gracias for calling.
Man. Thank you, man.
All right,
ándale, cuídate mucho.
Great call. Great question. What about you? You gonna interview him?
For sure, because it's the black and brown is never been an issue where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I'm glad. That's why I'm glad Alvin retired, man. That was the fucked up representation. Look what he did to Spider-Loc. He sex played him, and that's why he won Pendejo of the Year. And Spider-Loc is, I don't care what Alvin downplayed it. Well, the cameras turned on when we were kind of bullshit. Shut up, man. That's how you get down.
You know, Wax is a smart individual. He's a smart individual. I'll say that much.
Caller, you're live on Chicano Street. What you got to say?
We can't hear him.
The king of the YouTube Yarda, Spencer Baca.
Brad Pitt.
And that's all I got to say. That's it.
Thanks, Brad Pitt. I appreciate it, man.
I'll be. All right. I'll be watching. All right.
Thanks,
good night. That's it.
Shout out Spencer Baca.
Shout out Spencer Baca. Did you ever hear that West Coast Graffiti said, well, if you didn't know, I got a real high position on the YouTube Yarda. Did you ever hear that?
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't.
He said he has a real high position, but I don't know. Kimo says he's on the trustee Yarda. I don't know. The trustee Yarda. The lines are open. 831-205-1735. You got something to say? Hey, you can say it right now, man. We're going to be here until 8:30, maybe even a little bit longer, man.
Definitely.
Read some of the comments. That's why. Wow.
Wait, is there a caller or not yet?
No, not yet. It was like 4, 5, 6 calls came in all at the same time. If not, don't worry about it. We'll keep it quiet.
I'm gonna read Spino's comment. Norbeez would get destroyed by Wax. I don't think I would.
You hear my ringtone?
Yeah, that is.
I don't know if you knew, but this is my ringtone, just to let the gente know what my vibe is all day.
Mine is Godzilla's roar. But to his comment.
Accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller, you're live on Chicano Street.
Hey, how's it going, fellas? Buenas noches.
Hey, buenas noches, Ike.
How's it going, man? Hey, fucking, it was a beautiful thing to see Norbeez back on Rhodium Radio, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
That's right.
It's great to be back.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, are you guys gonna keep making this like a normal occurrence?
Which one? Which part?
No, I mean like you guys hosting the platform with both of you guys on it.
Well, cause thanks to Mikey right here. He's the one that gives us that ability to do that. So shout out to Mikey for being able to have the what would you say, the program for that?
Hey,
or
the homie Kike from Escondido. This is what I'm trying to put the everyone up on, is when we cross stream, we get more people in the comment section. We join 2 communities, so we literally are joining Run the Fade right now with Chicano Tube, and it's a beautiful thing. So absolutely, shit, man, we're gonna keep doing this thing till the casket drops. So that
hell yeah.
Nah, it's a beautiful thing, fellas. Hey, I just want to congratulate you on the Crash platform, and you guys do this for like current events and like Raza community news, right? Too, right?
Absolutely. We're gonna do one. I got one already. The next show we're gonna talk about the subway burnings. We're gonna talk about the terrorist attacks. We're gonna talk about the transition of power happening on January 20th. That's more substantial shit. That's more substantial shit. People swore on a fucking stack of Bibles that's all I was during the elections. But just to go show the I'm just a fucking Chicano, man.
I am curious to see what's gonna happen. But yeah, man.
Oh, that's right, man. And on a separate note, man, stay on these fuckers' necks, dog. Don't let them up.
Hey. Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate the call, cabron.
Hey, you guys keep doing your thing. Gracias.
Ciao. That's right. Buenas noches.
This is why I love the love of the audience, the people that come through for us. Thank you.
Absolutely. We're only here for the people. And to the people that are trying to get in, the lines are open. It's just sometimes when you call in, it's getting congested. And it's just you kind of calling in at the same time with other callers, but guaranteed the phone lines are open. You like hearing my ringtone, huh, Pinchy Norby?
Yeah. I'm laughing at these comments, man.
Well, go ahead and talk about them, man. Are they
how do I tell my wife I cheated on her with her brother? Ouch.
Damn. You know what? How do I tell
the name is Ruth Less, which is a female. How do I tell my wife so it's a lesbian? It's a lesbian that's
Wild West, man. The comments are the Wild West. We'll never try to make sense out of it, Pinchy Norbeez. 831-205-1735. You know what? I'm gonna call this one back because I think it's I think I know the number. Watch, I bet you. I think I know the number.
Hello.
That's right, mi chicana hermana. Jenny Selby's in the casa. I just wanted to show you that we're taking calls and sorry you couldn't get through. Mi hermana, how was your New Year going?
Good. How was yours?
Good. How's the family? God bless.
They're great. They're great.
Good. Do you got anything to say to Norbeez over here or anything to say to us, mi amiga? I wanted to return your call.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is from. How come why am I don't know why I'm what's a voiceover or whatever?
Yeah, no worries about that. Now we're on, so you're logged in right there. So let us know, amiga. Mi chicana hermana from the 619.
This is for Norbeez.
Go ahead.
All right.
Norbeez, why are you acting as a grown man?
Mm-hmm.
Acting like a chavala. Quit with all the baloney.
I'm trying, but they keep bringing up my name.
Okay, you got to remember, you know what? You're a grown man. Put that shit in the past and let it go.
You know what? And you're right. After this one, I am definitely going to do that. I'm going to, as much as these guys want to keep putting me up, making videos of me, I'm going to stop. After this is going to be the last one with Chicano 2, me talking about these guys.
When you get brought up, though, I mean, when
it really is hard because, at certain points, you do kind of have to defend yourself and you do have to, show receipts.
Oh, yeah. I get it. Okay. But check this out. The best way you get back at somebody is to ignore them.
But it's the internet, amiga, and we got to have content. Yeah. We got to have content, and it's not all. Like I said, we're gonna have a good one. Tune in on. I don't know if it's tomorrow night. Shit, what is today? Thursday?
Yeah, and you know what?
Yes,
I do want to say one thing because the thing about ignoring, it doesn't work for us. It always works against us, even in our personal lives, even in our community. Staying quiet and ignoring things only works against us. Anytime that we made any strides, it's us complaining, us talking back, us making a movement. And with everything that happened with me, a lot of the community, a lot of the people came through for me and pretty much wrecked these people.
Because you tried to
do it. I didn't do it. They came for me, and the people didn't like that.
Jenny Selby, let me ask you this.
Did
you see the clip, Jenny Selby, when Norbeez was talking about the Wizard of Oz and all that shit, and they were trying to make it seem like he was racist? Did you see that? Did you agree with that, or what did you think when you saw that?
No, people are. You know what? It's a sad thing that we can't stand up for being a Chicana and support our own people.
Because that's what Norbeez is talking about. When you see certain shit like that, like, oh shit, you already know. We gotta.
Yeah, you can tell other people que se vayan a la chingada.
Show. That's
you
right.
Don't pay my rent. You don't pay my rent. Hey, the only person I have to answer to is the creator, and that's it.
Well, mi amiga Jenny from the 619, we appreciate your call.
Definitely.
Hey, happy New Year to you and to the familia, amiga.
Same to you. You guys take care.
Stay blessed.
You too. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's the part about me that we're gonna bring out the stuff. We've been quiet for too long. If we stayed quiet, if we had stayed always quiet, we never would have gotten things done for our community. Like even when we talked about Chicano history, about the kids that weren't allowed to go inside the public pools, the little Chicanos, and they protested. They talked against the people that were telling them, no, you can't go there because you're
To
brown.
accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller, you're live with Chicano Tube and Run the Fade. What you got to say?
Hey,
what's up, bro? I just wanted to say that I hear an echo. Can you hear me? Okay?
No, I can hear you. Make sure you're turning down hearing us on your side.
Or hey, take it off a speaker also.
I'm not on speaker. Does it sound better right now?
Oh no, you're good.
No, you're good, man.
Okay, for sure. So, what I wanted to say is, could I make a nominee for Dick Ryder of this year, 2025?
You know what? It's kind of early since we're only 2 days into the year. I'm sure there's going to be more D riders as we go. But go ahead and who you have on the second day of the year.
I'm gonna say Spinal in the chat is starting off strong. He's got my vote right now for 25.
There you go, Spinal. There you go, Spinal. You're in it. You just been nominated, Spinal.
I'm thinking of adding more categories. The third annual will be better than the second annual. I guarantee you that. And maybe I'll put up a poll and have your guys' input, and then Norbeez can share it. And we'll get way more entries and nominees next year. I promise.
Definitely.
But one thing that, on a more serious note, that I wanted to say is that I don't appreciate how certain YouTubers, when they push their own agenda and don't get the support that they want, they will use the narrative of that the raza doesn't support them and that we're not united. And I think they're being selfish and just using the narrative to just prop up their own agenda. For example, I'll take Hater World when he was talking to Whack 100. There was a moment there where he tells them, "Oh, dog, our people are never happy, Unk." And let me think. Gil too. Sometimes he'll do that shit too. He'll blame the lack of support in the Raza community for his dissatisfaction of getting the level of support that he wants, and I think that's incorrect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I agree
I
with
keep
you.
hearing an echo on my end.
I think it's only on your end, carnal, and my bad.
Yeah, but we can hear you clearly.
We can hear you, and people can hear you loud and clear. I agree. I believe the proper representation of the raza is going to be something. Not someone's going to self-dub themselves, but it's going to be the people. The people are going to say, you know what, I can get behind this shit right here because it's real, it's raw, it's unbiased, and he's looking out for the community, and the person's not on the fence. And nobody's perfect. But I agree with 100% with everything you said, Cabron.
Oh, yeah. And let me bring out this one moment where I heard this one podcaster that had a producer from Atlanta, I guess. He was interviewing him, and this really annoyed the fuck out of me. He told him, don't fuck with the Chicanos here. They're all haters. They're all going to work against you. So don't fuck with them.
Who said that?
The Banda World.
That was the banda,
yeah, sounds about right.
the banda world on an episode a day or two ago with an artist. The artist was just vibing. He goes, "Hey man, watch out for the Chicanos in California. They're fucking cutthroat. Watch out. They'll steal your rims." He was talking about all that shit, and I'm like, fuck. And at the same time, all the music you want to play is from Chicano rappers, but yeah, you're putting them in a box.
Exactly. His intro, fucking, what's his name? Hey the World. His intro is, I can't remember the fucking rapper on there, but
that's crabs in a bucket. Crabs in a bucket mentality. I want you to do good, but not better than me. I think that's what that is. But caller, I appreciate the call. Gracias,
man.
Cabrón.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Ándale, buenas noches, eh?
Jose Vasquez, I do like my beans smashed, refried. Just to let you know. I put in on the tostada, then put some
Enrique says misfits.
chicken,
Right,
some lechuga, some cheese, a little bit of crema oaxaqueña, and bomb.
Superman says, if the people who complaining about Norbeez didn't like the drama, they would be watching paint drying channel. I mean, it is what it is, you guys. But you know what? We're gonna go live tomorrow night. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna have a guest on tonight. We got a lot of real shit to talk about. Real shit. We got the transition of power on January 20th.
Connecting.
We got RFK about to take over the Department of Health. We're gonna talk about the subway incidents that have been happening. I don't know if you've been seeing.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's crazy what was happening over there.
We're going to talk about all that on Friday night, but we got another call. The 209 is in the building. 209, you're in the building, live on Chicano Street.
What up, man?
Hey, what's up? This is Juan from Tracy.
Tracy's in the house.
So, Norbeez is there, right?
Yes, I'm here.
We can both hear you.
All right, what's up, Norbeez? Look, so I we're talking about this whole thing on AC and his thing being the last podcast or whatever.
Yeah, me retiring him.
But in the end, I feel like he did a real snake hypocritical move by putting your video that, supposedly he beat you up or whatever.
Yeah.
And he put it all over social media.
Yep.
To me, I don't know. He always did little sneak things like that around everything he would say. So I always felt like there was a division in the communities overall.
Yeah.
Especially from up north to south and all this other stuff that he would try to promote, right? My question is, do you think he really quit? And do you think it was because people started really catching onto his overall vision that was pretty fake?
That's a great question. One, I don't believe him at all. I stopped believing him since the time where he said if he didn't hit 100K, he was going to quit. He never did that. So
2 years ago.
After that, I didn't really.
I remember that.
Yeah, so I didn't really believe anything he said after that. Aside from that, I mean, yeah, what he did was definitely a snake move, and I don't know, maybe it was this. Okay, I'm gonna go away, but at least I'm gonna try to make this guy look bad again. You failed at that again. You just made yourself look worse. He made himself look worse by doing something like that, and I think, judging by the way he's been acting, how he's been moving, it seems like he's got to overthink what he does in his life. And I'm pretty sure blood pressure, things, his health, he's probably figuring out that, none of this is worth it. I'm actually just getting worse. And I get a lot of hate. And that's the thing. Look, I don't even get hate. I get some roasting, and I'm okay with roast. I love when somebody can roast me. Well, but that dude gets hate.
With that roasting, I noticed that you actually get support from it, though. It's like shooting the shit.
Yeah, pretty much. And I love the roasters. But that dude and other dudes, they get actual hate. Like these people get threats. Like me, everybody can see that I'm just a regular guy. I'm trying not to be. No, I'm not trying, but I'm not that guy that wants to start fights. I'm not that guy that's trying to start beefs. I'm that guy that wants to build bridges. I'm the guy that wants to start a conversation. I'm willing to risk to have a conversation that needs to be had. But a lot of these guys prefer to do the opposite and create, you know, division, create divide, and create beefs and create drama just so they can benefit their egos and their numbers.
Yeah, bro. Look, and it's so funny, and it's probably ironic because he happened to quit. I think a couple of days right after he got the Pendejo of the Year award. So maybe that has something to do with it too. The people have spoken.
A lot of people suddenly decided to copy Mikey's thing and started giving awards, making up their own awards.
Like Cholo Juan, he gave Banda World the Ranker of the Year award. Hey, I appreciate the call. Yeah, he gave him the ranker. He says there's 11 fades and counting. But you know what? Lucky said it the best. He said, you ain't running no fade. End of story, dog. End of story, dog.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, gracias for the call, cabron.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
All right, bro. Keep doing your thing. The fights are awesome. I like how the Golden Gloves actually throw down. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We try to put a lot of line youngsters, and that makes the main event want to fucking show up and show out. But, you know, sometimes the line youngsters are more hungry than the main event. And the last fight just goes to prove any motherfucker can act hard on this YouTube thing and watch out. I did this. I knocked out 300 cabrones. And then all of a sudden they're falling all over the ring. I mean, I don't know what's up with that. But, hey, I appreciate the call, cabron.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing and stay up, Norbeez.
Dude, thank you, man. You too. All right.
God bless.
All right.
Happy 2025. I don't know why. It's the second day and I'm still saying Happy New Year, man. We got more calls.
I'm loving the callers, though, man. I am loving the callers. It's positive.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Caller, you're live on Chicano Street. What you got to say?
Chicano Tube, it's Caesar from Paris.
Hey. That's right.
Norbeez, how you doing, Norbeez? Everything is good?
Yes, sir. Thank you. How are you doing?
You know what, Mikey, from here, it looks like you went ahead and added the extra 2 strokes on your brocha, and it looks firme, and I love it.
Hey.
That's right. I appreciate it.
can't grow up like that.
That old school flavor.
Yeah, just like how I said that example of calling in, giving a little humor, busting a little bit of chops, shooting the shit. That's what a podcast or a show should be about. Caesar from Paris has already said it. Gang banging ain't for everybody, and it sure is not for the internet. Especially if you're over 40 years old and you're paying taxes for a living, you really shouldn't be walking the line like that. You know, we some of us are not. We don't have the equipment to do what you guys do to get on YouTube and whatnot. And the people that do, they use it irresponsibly.
Yep.
They use it irresponsibly to where they get called out. They get punked out. And surprisingly, all the get backs that these guys are doing is not on YouTube.
Facts.
That's right.
People need to get a grip. It's just for entertainment, folks. Don't get mad at people for interviewing dropouts and PCs.
That part.
Because if you really want to get down to it, what are these guys doing out here alive then? You guys really need to pick up your shovels and pick up your tools and get back to work. Take care of your families. And American Cholo did have a nice podcast for a little bit. He did have a nice running.
He did.
As soon as he gets into the street life, just like everybody else, it's not for everybody, and they go down the tubes.
That's right.
That's right.
Perfect example.
And, the only thing he's got left is just for a little bit of clickbait. And let's not be surprised, if we see some more antics from this guy.
Oh yeah,
that's right. I appreciate you,
I
Cabrón.
would-
Gracias for the
But
call.
everybody,
That's 100.
Caesar from Paris, and I'm out.
Hey, right. That's right.
Caesar from Paris, and he's
Always appreciate him.
yeah, he's absolutely right. If it wasn't for the people, we wouldn't be here. And at the end of the day, how can this shit, Norbeez, be fucking stressful? How could you look inside of a camera and be like, because of 10 and 20 channels, I'm done? Or tell your subscribers, Norbeez, you guys are making me lose money.
Yeah, right. That part.
Every time I talk to you, I'm losing money. That's crazy. That's crazy. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and call someone back. Yeah, because they called in, and I think it was something that was going to voicemail. Not every phone line goes to voicemail, but this phone call kept going to voicemail. I don't know why, but you're live on Chicano Street.
Hey, what's going on? This is Dogface in the building.
That's right, man. I appreciate you, cabrón.
What
Hey,
up,
sorry
man?
for trying to get in, man. The phone lines have been flooded, but you got the floor right now. We got Norbeez in the casa. What you got to say, man? Happy 2025.
All the time, likewise, Norbeez, I respect you. I respect what you guys are doing.
Yeah, thank you, man.
We're pushing the new movement, what it is. And Swifty Blue is coming up 2025. That's what it is. And you it is what it is. And new movement.
Bam, that's what it is. Yeah, we're gonna find out because the 2025 is where only the strong are gonna survive, and the ones that are still here are the ones that have just kept us solid, man. And the rest of them are just falling off at the wayside.
That's right.
It's BMG, baby. Brown Money Hunter.
That's right, my boy.
We're in here. We're in here. HA in the building. Harbor area, baby. Harbor area in the building.
Hawthorne in the building. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Gracias for the call.
Harbor area.
Show. That's right, my boy. I appreciate the call, man. I don't know if you knew this, cabron. I told Tony A one time on the phone. I said, you know what CD I actually had? And it was the only Norbeez on a stack of Bibles. It was the only Chicano rap CD I ever had. I told this to Tony A, and Tony A told me those are the homies.
All right.
It was Spanish Fly.
Spanish Fly. Shout out to Spanish Fly.
I had that CD. I was bumping it, creasing up the pants, bumping it, and none of the homies would tell me a motherfucking thing. I'm bumping Spanish Fly, Harbor areas in the house.
That's right. You know what's funny? I was with Ese Dash from Spanish Fly. I want to say Monday.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Well, we got a special guest in the building. We got Tony A, the Wizard.
D Tony A.
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
A happy New Year to you and the familia.
Yes, happy New Year. Happy New Year. Many more to come.
That's right. Primeramente Dios, Tony. I appreciate the call. Appreciate your time, cabrón.
Absolutely, my bro. I just tuned in maybe about 5 minutes ago, and just wanted to chime in and see what was going on with you guys. What are you guys talking about?
Oh, everything's good. Right now is a little bit of cheeseman tube. You already know it's been nothing new on that, but we're trying to start off on something positive, man. It's 2025. You know, the year of 25 is a significant number for prosperity. People are going to get their hustle on or complain and stay the same.
I heard that.
Shout out
well,
to
last
you.
night, I don't know if you heard that we went live. I gave a 2024 recap, and we answered the Norbeez question. Why did he go over there? And I don't know if anybody caught on to it. If not, you guys can go check it out.
Definitely check it out.
I'm gonna share the video after I get off this one. I'll put it inside my community tab. But Tony A, I mean, the first Chicano channel on the West Coast to reach 100K, huge right there. Not just that, man. I mean, when you had a cabron, Tony A, when you had what's his name, Rashid. What's his name that worked with Dr.
Rashidi Harper.
When you had Rashid Harper, I'm like, you know what? People don't know shit about music.
because if people knew shit about music, they would know how huge of an interview Rashidi Harder is. You've done a lot of things. You pioneered a lot of things. I just appreciate you, cabron. Gracias for tapping in, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. You know, I just want to give a couple of shout outs to some of the people that honored me with some interviews. And these are people that I've been knowing since I've been teenagers. Just a quick example. Violet Brown, probably one of the most important ladies in hip hop. She's known as the godmother of hip hop.
That's right.
Lonzo Williams, if you will, from the World Class Wrecking Crew, he released the first hip hop album on the West Coast. I've had him on my platform several times. I had DJ Yella, Little Easy, Eazy-E's son. I had Prayers, married to Kat Von D, who does the Cholo God. Like you said, Rashidi Harper, Clientele from the World Class Wrecking Crew, Arabian Prince, former member of NWA. So I've had so many people that I grew up listening to, and I've had the honor and the pleasure to interview them. And I just want to say this, and I'll save it till one day when I go to your platform and I'll share my story. When I first started this podcasting, I didn't know what I was doing, bro. And I say that humbly, and that's why I walk away humbly, because I told my team that the moment that we start making this a competition, I'm out, because it never started this way. All these podcasters, and I'll just name them. American Cholo, Hoodstocks, LA Icon. Ask them who gave them their first live podcast interview. I did. Ask them who reached out to them. I did. And you know why? Because I wanted to help. They didn't reach out to me. I reached out to them. I gave them platforms.
Right.
And you know what? And it was all with good intentions. You know what? I have nothing against Hoodstocks, but against, as far as like Gil, I just don't like what YouTube made him out to be. But he's guilty of that because he is who he is. And all he did was pull his own chonies down in front of everybody, bro.
That part.
So that's all I'm going to say. I don't have nothing negative to say about anybody else, but that guy right there, I'm glad he's gone away, even though I believe it's just a stunt. And he'll just come back later on and just say it was an April Fool's joke.
You've been in the industry a long time. You've seen these things happen, I'm sure, many a times. I appreciate. Hey, happy New Year to you and to the familia. Gracias for the call. We got Rhodium Radio, Tony A, the Wizard, in the house. Gracias, cabron.
Thank you, man.
All good, my brother. You stay blessed. We'll talk soon.
Talk to you soon.
All
Good.
right,
God
man.
bless.
Peace.
Peace. Tony A, putting the stamp on things is true. And to keep it honest, I think Tony A de Coraje would still like to get in the ring and touch that chin of Alvin. That would be a great Cinco de Mayo. Again, that's just me thinking business, right? That's me thinking content creator, series of fighting. If you've never seen the ad, here. Absolutely. It's like, look, he's doing a Nate Diaz. Taunting him. There we go. There we go. From expert analysis over.
Conrad connected again. Down goes Boxer.
Nothing wrong with some plugs, right?
Yeah, I had to put the plug in there. I had to put the plug in there, man. All right, let's see what we got going on in the building.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice...
Send to voicemail?
No, I don't know what happened, man. That last one. Okay, then I got an 805. Okay, then the 323. I think that one I'm going to try to dial back. Hold on. This might be my brother from another mother.
Hey.
Hello.
Marvelous Mindz is in the casa. You're live on Chicano Street.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, it's going good, man. It's 2025, the year to thrive, hermano. How was your new year? How's everything?
Let me put this on pause. Hold on, my bad, brother.
Handle.
Oh, it's absolutely okay. We got Marvelous Mindz in the casa on the lines.
Hell yeah, we got Tony and then Marvelous. There we go.
We can hear you perfect.
Oh shoot, I think I'm still there.
Yeah, well, we hear you.
That's only on your end. Yeah, that's only on your end. If you don't mind the people can't hear it.
Yeah, no, I'm just calling to wish everybody a happy new year and let's just try to stay positive. I think people that tune into all these podcasters and stuff, they need to realize that these podcasters are just doing what they're supposed to do. You know, we're supposed to have resistance. You get into the gang world, you have rats, you got dope dealers, you got a variety of everything. And in the podcast, in every genre, you got a little bit of everything, bro. So we need to just take the good with the bad and just take it like a yin yang, you know? We wouldn't know any good if there was bad. If there wasn't bad, I mean, you know what I mean?
True.
Absolutely.
So the best thing to do is like the lady said, no, I mean, clowning Norbeez, you know, calling him a chavala, but we should just, you know, look for the positive in everything, bro, whether we're getting resistance or not, and just wish these people the best, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
You're
This is
right.
what
No, you're right.
I've been saying this from day one, hermano. You know, somos raza, somos mexicanos at the end of the day. And we get into a little bit of chisme and pleitos, but I tell you what, and I know you've seen this and Norbeez has seen this. When some shit has gone down, the raza unites. This narrative that the raza is not united is only being spread by divisive cabrones. We're united.
Right. I agree, bro. We are united. It's the people with the mouth that start manifesting that reality that we're broken and all we do is take each other down and stuff like that. But there's more of us standing together than there is us apart. No.
X.
Absolutely. And so, you know, this podcaster that's taking a hiatus or a sabbatical, I don't think it's going to be permanent. It's not a retirement. But you know what? What goes around comes around. You want to start fucking wars and beefs with everyone and screw everyone and throw people under the bus. That kind of shit is gonna come back and bite you in the ass. I don't know if I believe in karma because I don't even know what that is, but I believe what you reap is what you sow.
There you go.
Yeah, facts.
Do you have any comments about we talking about or nothing?
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
I say if you have any comments about any of the clips that we played throughout the show, if you were watching it.
Oh yeah, I seen a little bit of the one I seen was who was it called the cops, bro. I've been saying that for the longest time, you know, but hey, whatever, you know, like Mikey said, hey, everything comes out, you know, but it is what it is.
Everything comes out, and you know what? On the YouTube Yarda, my bad, carnal. On the YouTube Yarda Awards, you saw there was a moment on there where you were getting stalked at a car show, trying to enjoy these lowriders, and you were getting stalked, and it just goes to show major character defects on an individual that's trying to give advice to people on how to live their lives.
Yeah, that's true.
And at the end of the day, I'm with you 100%, hermano, that we're from the old school. We don't do that. I mean, you got a stroller, you got your kids, you got your jefita, you got the old lady. It just goes to show you must be from this fucking new generation.
Yeah, but whatever, you know, it is what it is. You know, when he first seen me or whatever and took that picture or whatever, I wouldn't even gone up to him, bro. I wouldn't even said anything if I had just seen him. But he took a picture, bro, and that was very childish to me, you know. And the whole going on YouTube and trying to tell the story that, you know, I called him to the restroom. He didn't come to the restroom. Bro, I called you out the first time. Like, I don't understand how somebody could shoot a picture to another podcaster and say, hey, interview me so I could tell the world this story. The shit's like, and it sucks because on this YouTube, like, you know, Mikey, it's like our hands are tied behind our back, bro. Anybody could go on YouTube and say anything they want, and everybody's gonna believe everything.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, the captions. They'll believe the captions before they even hear the whole story. Again, I think it's very merited. The cabron won pendejo of the year, so he's gonna take a hiatus. But to throw it to the people and be like, well, I'm losing money every time I talk to you is like, yeah, you lost your whole purpose for whatever you were on the internet. But good for us, man. Last question, Marvelous. The people want me to ask you, are you coming to Chicano Tube in 2025?
Yeah, sure. For sure, bro. Yeah, I want to chop it up and, you know, get the message out to the raza, man, and start uniting more of us.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Appreciate the call. Gracias for tapping in, cabron.
You guys have a good night, homies.
Hey, buenas
noches.
Man.
Marvelous Mindz. Yeah, appreciate Marvelous, man. Yeah, I mean, we got to lock in together, man. Southern California, Central California, and then Northern California.
You got it. I got to reject that call because I was on my real phone line, my main line, and that's probably a real estate call.
Uh-oh.
That would have been someone calling, hey, the triplex in San Jose.
We can't mix business with pleasure.
No, the calls are done, you guys. Again, thank you everyone that's tuning in. Go back and watch the replay. The replay has been the live was great. We put a lot of receipts out because Norbeez wanted to come and he wanted to put receipts out there. There's about 5 or 6 receipts that we played out there. And then tune in because tomorrow night we got something really substantial that we're gonna talk about. So Norbeez, final words. You entered the new year, you're trending. Anything you got to say? We had Tony A called in. Shout out to Tony A, the wizard and Rhodium Radio. He said he was going to be on Chicano Street in 2025. And shout out to Marvelous Mindz and all the callers. Last words from Norbeez on anything 10 pages that have been making you trend.
Well, I definitely want to read this poll when I put it out there. Will Gill retire? And I have 20% that said, oh, it actually keeps changing. But 21% yes, 62% nah, and 70% maybe. So I wanted to read that poll. But aside from that, you know, these people, they want to use me as much as they can because when I talk about facts. I talk about things that they're not going to like because these people went out of their, and I always say that these people went out of their way to talk about me first. Don't talk about them until they talk about me.
Don't forget that.
So if you see me talking about any individual, there's a good chance that they talked about me. I mean, even now there's new people trying to talk about me to get my attention. I'm not going to give it to them. They're not worth it. And I found out one thing. You want to hurt these people? You really want to get them? You want them to shut up? Go after their pages. Put your comments, put your dislikes, do whatever you got to do, which I know you all been doing. And let them know that you don't like them. And that you have the power to take them down. That aside, I do want to give a shout out to Raza Rising. He reposted this show for tonight on his Instagram. So shout out to him and shout out to everybody else that let the people know, all the people in your live chat, all the people in my live chat.
That's right.
All of you guys mean a lot to me. All the callers mean a lot to me because for the most part, everyone here, aside from the trolls, and the trolls are always going to be the trolls. That's why I love them. Everybody was positive, and not in not like in a corny way, but everybody are just tired of these people that are just making us look bad, that are just trying to put us against other communities, that are just poisoning us and not doing anything good for us. And I'm glad that all of you guys are using your power to take them down. Let them know that they can't get away with their lies, with their false narratives. Show them how united we are. Because Mikey takes credit, but I'm always going to give credit to you guys. You guys are the ones that made these people turn off their comments, stay away, quit. You guys are the power. And we're just here to entertain you.
That's right.
But you got to hold us accountable too. And make sure that we're not just making dangerous situations for our people. You know, keeping us divided. Saying we shouldn't work with these people because for whatever reason. A lot of things are against us as a community. We can't let these people hold us down or keep us from working with people on the East Coast, the North, the South, the East, everything. The West.
Facts.
we can't let them control that narrative because you guys have the real power. You guys are the ones that could shut any of us down. And this is what I love about you guys, because you guys together are a powerful entity on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. All of you guys can break us or make us. And I want to say thank you to you guys for doing what needed to be done and taking apart each one of these individuals. And I know there's more to come.
Pinche Norbeez with the epic. That sounded like an epic ending 2024 speech right there. 2 minutes before midnight. That was the epic one. No, you guys live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Again, we had Norbeez in the casa, you guys. Tune in either, I think it's tomorrow night or Saturday, and I'm not sure. We're going to go live and we're going to talk about a lot of issues because we got a lot of things coming up for the raza. But I appreciate you, Norbeez. Hey, one more time for coming in the chat right here and having to respond why these pages are making you trend one more time. On your way out, do me a favor, though, whether you're listening on Run the Fade podcast or you're listening on Chicano Tube, is hit that like button on those. Shout out to Tony A. Shout out to Marvelous Mindz. Shout out to all the Chicano channels. The raza is more united than it's ever been without Alvin. And we're out on this note. We'll catch you guys on the next live.
In Mexican, ese.
Remember what we always say? In the end, all you got is the memories. Buenas noches, Norbeez.
Right.
I'll catch you on the next
one. Man. Definitely.
We're out.
Bye.